Hello, hello.
There we go. Angie
Can you,
Rose.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry, having a little technical difficulties with this little setup here. Let me see if I can get it
It's
fixed
all
up.
good. I appreciate you for joining the show.
Oh no, my pleasure, man. Seriously.
There we go.
Um, there we go.
All right, there we go.
Okay, let me
I
spin around here
appreciate you
so it's
taking
a better
time out to
video.
get on the show.
Oh no, man, it's my pleasure. This is awesome. Wow. Rough start, rough start. All right, there
It's
we
all
go.
good.
Cool, cool, cool.
All right,
Oh
there we go.
yeah, there we go. Cool, cool, cool.
All right. So for the people who don't know, you want to tell them a little bit about you and your brand.
Sure. So let me see if I can adjust this. Um, Puerto Rican girl from the Bronx. Actually in Puerto Rico right now, which is fun. And I love
That's dope.
Jesus. I love good music. I love hip hop. And that's pretty much the story.
That's dope. As far as you and your brand, is it just you or you have a team?
One more time.
As far as like you and your brand, is it you or you just you have a team with you?
Well, for the most part, it's no great work is done alone, but we have a pretty big team, and it flips depending on what fragment I'm in, if that makes sense. So if I'm running the foundation, there's a whole different group of people that are supporting. If I'm working with the music, there's obviously capital and the team. If we're doing threads, then there's another team of people in the Bronx. So yeah, it just depends on kind of where I'm navigating in that particular day. But yeah, definitely not alone.
That's dope. So how long you been doing music?
Sheesh, I remember writing, my first closet rap with my friends in like middle school. And it was over like Song Cry by Jay-Z. That was one of my favorite tracks. But taking it serious, I want to say it's been about 5 years at this point.
Dope, dope. So what inspired you to like come up with your style? Because your style is real unique. It's different.
Thank you. Well, I'd love to just leave it as simple as saying God. But it's just the truest answer. My life has been all these things that have like jumbled together, right? Like I'm from the Bronx. My parents are pastors, but my brother was completely in the streets. I was raised by like a fully Puerto Rican woman, straight from the island. So all these things I think just created a sound that I couldn't have made on my own.
Right.
Yeah.
So how's Puerto Rico? It's dope out there.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I needed it. I needed to be back in the vibe. Every time my mind gets a little too off, Puerto Rico knows just how to get me right.
That's dope. Um,
Absolutely.
so what was your first record that like really kicked your career off?
I'm not sure that I've had it yet, but I think the one that gave me the most understanding of direction was Unstoppable. And I recently released an EP called Unstoppable, but I did a song way back when I first started to do all this stuff called Unstoppable, and I sampled Les Brown, who's a motivational speaker. And I like to think that that song kind of has given me the wherewithal or the like stance to maintain how difficult a career in music can be. I had no idea, when I wrote it, uh,
Yeah,
that it could be this hard or that it could be these many hills and valleys. So I think that that song personally for me just gave me that motivation.
yeah, that's dope. Your music videos, they're like really creative. Do you come up with your own ideas? You have like a team that does it.
It all depends. So when the pandemic first hit, that was one that I had to do really just on my own. So we called like friends and all this stuff, and I did What I Had With You, which is the video where we kind of scratched out the guy's face and all that good stuff. Fight Like a Man was a team of people. I wrote that song based on Elijah calling down fire from heaven, and so I kind of just shared that idea. And thank God at that point we were signed, and so they kind of just started shooting the idea out to all these amazing, videographers and producers, and we ended up with Sebastian Degi, who's shot like some of the best videos in the industry, and he, I think he took that home. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. Um, if you had a chance to work with like any artist that you could choose, who would it be?
Oof. I think it all depends. I definitely would love to do a song with Lecrae. I think he's just kind of that's been the sound. When I first heard about this genre, he was the first person. I think for most people, he was the first person that they heard. But then I also love just like J. Cole. I think his simplicity, his authenticity over the years has like stayed, and I admire that about him. He's just a great rapper.
Dope. Your song, that song "Meet Me" is crazy fire. I like that one.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
What inspired you to write that one?
Um, so growing up in the Bronx, I was a Christian kid, but I had my seasons. And I remember going to like house parties, and the original to that song was always playing. I went to an all Jamaican high school, and so that song was just always, playing. And I was like, man, I think it would be so dope to give people the opportunity to feel and enjoy the vibe that I did, but keeping it clean, being able to just, enjoy the music and enjoy the moment.
That's dope. Um, what's a couple of new things like your fans and the people could expect to see?
And I think a new me. I think I'm changing more every day. I'm finding myself. I've always been like a thinker, but I've always been a quiet thinker. And I think as of late, I'm just starting to learn to think out loud. Um, and so, yeah, I'm praying that that reflects in the music. I'm seeking the joy that we talk about all the time. And so I want to put that into the music as well. So, yeah, I think just a more talkative Angie, but also just I think the big sounds that they've seen before, but just, getting more concise with it. I think my sound is growing as I am.
Right, definitely doing big things. What do you like? What would you consider your style of music? What kind of genre would you call it?
Sheesh, it's been hard. Every meeting that we go to, there's like a different person pulling out a different fragment of me. But I think it's like just a solid mixture of like urban, Latin, pop, hip hop, super hip hop influence. But I think it's like all those four kind of sit to make a sound.
Yeah. Are you signed or you're independent?
I'm signed.
Dope.
Yeah,
Big things.
fun.
What's your label? Like what label you signed?
I'm with Capital CMG.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope. You got an album coming soon?
Not that I think I'm ready for. I think I have a couple singles in mind. I did the EP, just kind of honing in on the sound. I'm looking to just have fun with music again. I don't want to leap. I want to take the steps in the journey.
Yeah, do it the right way.
Yeah.
For anybody, that needs like, some motivation that's just starting off, is there any advice you could give up?
Know your why. Know why you're doing what you're doing, and try to stand firm in that. There's gonna be so many, especially if you're talented or you have, different qualities or whatever it is. People are gonna try to put you in a direction that they think you fit. But it's our job, and this is like something I think that I've learned after not knowing how to do it. Um, but yeah, you have to stand firm in what you're doing, why you're doing it, and where you want to be, so that you don't get driven and dropped off anywhere.
Dope, dope. Well, I really
Okay.
appreciate you taking time out being on the show. I don't want to take too much of your time.
Oh no, my pleasure, my pleasure. And thank you guys for hopping in. I see Chris, I see Smile in Silence, I see a lot of people that I consider family. Thank DJ Transform. I love you guys. Thank you guys.
Definitely
Thank
showing
you.
love. I'm gonna send you my email so you can send me music so I can play it on the show.
Sounds like a vibe.
All right, thank you. Appreciate
All
it.
right. All right. Blessings.
All right, bless.